Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we've got three stories. The first one is a $249 computer that can run its own AI without touching the internet. Martha Stewart is raising $10 million for an AI home management startup, and a federal jury just tossed out Elon Musk's lawsuit against Sam Altman in under 2 hours. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Marcus Netto, and I spend most of my time helping small business owners figure out where AI is going to provide the biggest return on their time and money. If that sounds useful, hit subscribe. Today is one of those days where the range of stories tells you more than any single headline. A $249 piece of hardware, a lifestyle brand founder raising venture money, and two of the biggest names in tech settling a grudge match in a California courtroom. And all of it matters, and here's why. Now, NVIDIA just released a desktop computer that can run a full AI model, and they did so at a price point that I don't think anybody thought they would ever see, which is $249. It runs the AI model entirely on its own with no internet, no monthly subscription, no sending your data anywhere. It's about the size of a small hardcover book, and you plug it in and it runs AI locally. We're talking about the same class of model that powers a lot of the tools that you're already using, just sitting on your desk, offline, doing its thing. Now, this particular device is aimed at developers right now, but here's why it matters to everyone else. The price floor for a local AI just dropped to $249. A year ago, running a capable AI model on your own hardware would cost thousands of dollars and required someone technical to set it up. Now it's a gadget that's cheaper than a decent office chair. Now, think about what that opens up. Businesses that handle sensitive information like medical practices, law firms, financial advisors, anyone dealing with confidential client data, they've been hesitant to use cloud-based AI tools because the data leaves the building. Local AI solves that. Your data never goes anywhere. Now, say you run a dental practice and you want AI to help you draft treatment notes or triage incoming patient messages. With a cloud tool, that information is being processed on someone else's server. But with a local setup like this, it stays in your office. Same capability, completely different risk profile. We're not there yet in terms of this being a plug and play kind of thing for most small businesses, but the trajectory is clear. The hardware is getting cheaper faster than anyone expected. Give it another product cycle or two, and this is a real conversation for a lot of industries. Martha Stewart. Yes, that Martha Stewart just co-founded an AI startup called Hint, and they raised $10 million in seed funding. Hint monitors your house and flags problems before they become expensive. So this would be things like a roof that's showing wear, an insurance policy that's coming up for renewal, utility bills that might be higher than they should be. Here's what I find interesting about this story. It's not really about home management. It's about what it signals when someone like Martha Stewart, whose entire brand is built on doing things well, doing things right, and being credible to a mainstream audience, when she decides that AI is the vehicle for her next venture. She's not an early adopter. She doesn't chase trends. The fact that she looked at this space and said, "This is where I'm putting my name and my money," tells you something about where AI has landed in the broader culture. This isn't Silicon Valley anymore. This is prime time. And then there's this. A federal jury just threw out Elon Musk's lawsuit against Sam Altman and OpenAI. They deliberated for less than 2 hours. Now here's some quick background. Musk was one of OpenAI's original co-founders and early funders. He sued Altman a couple of years ago, claiming that when OpenAI converted from a nonprofit to a for-profit company, they essentially stole a charity, that they broke the original promise of building AI for the benefit of humanity rather than for profit. It's been working its way through the courts ever since, with Altman testifying earlier this month. Altman's line during testimony was worth paying attention to. He said, "Musk didn't abandon OpenAI's mission, Musk just abandoned OpenAI. The nonprofit was, in his words, left for dead when Musk walked away." Now, I'd like to say I'm not here to pick sides on the personal drama, but I kind of side with Elon on this one. Anybody who's ever donated to any kind of charity is going to realize the implications of this. This is big. But here's what actually matters coming out of this from a business perspective. OpenAI can now move forward with its for-profit restructuring without this hanging over it. And that's significant. For anyone using ChatGPT or building on OpenAI's tools, a more stable OpenAI is a good thing. And this court proceeding being over is obviously going to help with that. This was a real source of uncertainty, and it's resolved. The jury spoke in 2 hours. That's about as clear a signal as you get. Anyway, that's the three: hardware getting cheaper and more private, mainstream culture fully arriving into AI, and a major legal question about the most important AI company in the world getting answered quickly and cleanly. Not a bad Monday. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you got something out of this. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out a lot. Till tomorrow, ciao.